What's going on, guys? This is Steven with reviews of everything. If you're a die-hard fan of Spider-Man, then you might know that filmmaker James Cameron planned on making a Spider-Man film in the 90s. Cameron had wrote a script for the film, but the movie never came to be. Sam Raimi would ultimately be the one to put Spider-Man to film for the first time in 2002's Spider-Man. So yesterday I found the script to James Cameron's planned Spider-Man project and decided to give it a read. First, let me just start off by saying that this script is not really a script, not like a full script with like complete dialogue and everything. It's more like just summaries of what's going on with the occasional moment of dialogue here and there. The script contains the usual Spider-Man origin story. He's bitten by a spider, he gains powers, his Uncle Ben is killed. You know how it works by now. But there are some notable differences in this script that I would like to point out, such as organic webbing, which he has. He doesn't need web shooters this time around. Now you're probably thinking, well, that's just like Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, right? Well, upon research for this video, I discovered that David Koepp actually rewrote parts of Cameron's script for Sam Raimi's Spider-Man film. You definitely notice the similarities in regards to the organic web shooting, some of the characters involved, and some of the events that take place. So the villains for this planned Spider-Man film would have been Sandman and Electro. At this point in time, we have already gotten Sandman and Electro on the big screen, and while those iterations of those characters were rather close to their comic book counterparts, these are not. Electro more resembles the original version of that character, not the ultimate one, minus the yellow and green suit, while Sandman lacks his usual green and black striped shirt, which you saw in Spider-Man 3. In this version, Electro is a rich businessman named Carlton Strand, not Max Dillon as we know him to be, and Sandman is Strand's right-hand man, simply known as Boyd, not Flint Marko or William Baker as he's been known in the comic books. Origin stories are provided for both of these villains through flashback sequences. The origin stories for both of these characters remain very similar to the comic book counterparts. Sandman gaining his powers in a freak accident, and Electro getting shocked while shit. These villains are rather fitting for a Spider-Man origin story. They're not too big, but they're not too, small either, so they pose a threat, basically. But the one thing that would have made this Spider-Man movie a lot different than the past Spider-Man movies that we've gotten is the mature themes. What I mean by that is that there are a lot of mature elements that would never have occurred in a Spider-Man comic book or a film. And while I may be wrong and this stuff could have occurred, like there is just Spider-Man dropping F-bombs, very violent imagery, disturbing, and there's even a sex scene on top of a bridge between Spider-Man and Mary Jane, so that definitely would have been a first for a Spider-Man movie. It may have even gotten an R rating. Overall, the script does not seem like James Cameron's finest work. It really feels like a first draft. But the film was cancelled anyway, so it's not like more drafts were being written. I've even heard other ideas, such as Doc Ock being a villain, but that was nowhere to be seen in this script. All of that being said, this definitely would have made for an interesting film. It obviously would have been drastically different than the Spider-Man films that had been released over the years, but still would have made for a unique iteration of the Spider-Man character. Thank you guys for watching this video. I'm trying to get more out lately after my video on the Hasbro Hero channel that some of my new subscribers probably saw. So just leave your requests for videos in the comments below, and even some questions, because I hope to get a Q&A video up soon. That does it for this video. Thanks for watching, and subscribe for more reviews of everything.